everybody, this is Samantha again, and this episode I'm going to be talking about trust and babies because I was inspired by this one by my son. Basically, every time that I am out in public with my son, it's an extremely interesting experience because everybody seems to have some sort of reaction to babies. Whether they're just looking at them or saying something like, oh, look at the baby, or they're so cute, or sometimes they say to themselves, sometimes they say to me. Some people just smile, some people get really awkward, but there always seems to be some sort of reaction. And I was laying my son down for a nap, and I realized all of the thoughts that were running through my head as a new mom, and doubting what I should do or how I should do it. If I'm doing something wrong, should I let him just cry? Because that's apparently what you're supposed to do, but it feels horrible to do it. Do I just give in and rock him until he goes to sleep, or breastfeed him until he goes to sleep? Do I just keep doing what I've been doing and do in combination? Is that confusing him? Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. Am I creating bad habits for him? And what would those bad habits be if I were creating them? I've read about sleep associations and people having to get over stuff when they're much older in their life. Am I making him clingy by, giving him too much love while he's going to sleep? There's thoughts that's just going through my head. It's just ridiculous. Can you make somebody need too much love by cuddling them too much as a baby? I mean, wouldn't leaving him alone to cry and cry and cry until he just exhausts himself into sleeping? I mean, wouldn't that in turn create the same need because that need as a baby isn't being met? I mean, where's the balance for that? But anyway, as all these thoughts are going through my head, I started to just observe them and look really for the source or the meaning behind them. And it suddenly occurred to me just how much my son trusts me. And he trusts me really because he has no other choice at this point. He doesn't know anything else because he can't do anything for himself. So he has to trust that somebody else is going to do it for him. I have to make every single decision for him, and I knew that before. I knew, as a parent, that's what you do. But at that moment, it was the first time that I really felt it, and it was just such a difference, knowing it from before and then actually feeling it in the moment as I'm sitting there with my son. But I thought about how much at times I really want that. I mean, even with animals, I'll be petting my cat, who's all curled up in my arms and purring loudly and just completely giving in to my attention and my love, and just thinking about, how nice that would be to be able to curl up, be that small and curl up into somebody's lap and just kind of give in and just let them love you. And it's just so much trust there. And that led me in my thought circle to think about my clients and how, in a sense, that's basically what they do for me when we're in a massage session. I mean, they're laying on a massage table, mostly, if not completely naked, just under a sheet, and trusting me to work on them in this vulnerable state, and they're looking to me to help them with their pain or with their stress or whatever they happen to be for there in that particular session. But I completed my thought circle and thought, that's why people have such reaction to babies, because babies have to trust, and we are conditioned not to trust. As we get older, we learn not to trust. And when not to trust, or only to trust certain people. And most people really just go around and ignore a huge percentage of the people that they see in a day, essentially because, there's no trust there. And I think babies bring that part of our consciousness out. It truly is kind of beautiful to see something that just trusts so completely. And I think we all miss it. I know I do. I've been working on learning about my relationships with trust and realizing that I help shape everyone else's personal relationship with trust in every reaction that I have. We all do. It's a lot of responsibility if you really think about it. And I believe if we all really took that responsibility more seriously, and we would see a huge difference in our lives if we all just trusted each other and were able to be ourselves. And that's what this podcast is about. I'm trying to do that, trying to break those walls. But imagine a world if everybody were doing that. It would be quite interesting. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this episode. If you have any questions or any comments, then definitely feel free to leave a comment and tune in again for my next episode.